So we also wanted to branch off with meat rabbits, and there's a few different breeds that are geared towards meat, and a silver fox, a Californian, a New Zealand. These are rabbits that get very large, larger than your cottontails.
They're big.
They'll
They're
get
like this big.
8-10 pounds,
Wow.
maybe even bigger. You don't want to get into a giant Flemish, which is like a 30-pound rabbit, because there's going to be more waste, and it's not going to be as, it's not really geared for a meat production. Even though you think, wow, it's a 30-pound rabbit. If you stick with some of the ones that are, and you can go online and Google what breed meat rabbits, and they'll tell you California, New Zealand, silver fox. And for those, you can easily go on Craigslist, and you'll find people that are selling meat rabbits, you know, usually somewhere between 20 and 40 bucks. And it'll be, you can buy $1 and one doe, and
A male and female.
in a year you'll have a lot of rabbits if you let them do what they want to do.
What is the lifespan on a rabbit?
Till you eat it, or until?
Until you eat it, yeah.
How do you know if you order one that it's not an old rabbit, or, I mean, do they live like 5 years, or?
You know, I don't know. Did you have?
I don't know, but we have a great resource of where we got ours. I don't know how you got them, but this lady is so great. She's from the Ukraine. She lives in Lake Elsinore, and you just walk in. It's a very clean, organized place, and she'll tell you exactly how old they are, what kind they are. You get a pick. They're beautiful for their pelts. I mean, they're beautiful pelts, and these big rabbits. And she just teaches you all you need to know about them. And you walk away with your rabbit.
We've found that people, I mean, you know, you go on Craigslist and you're trying to buy, you know, a cell phone, and you might end up with some shady situation. You know, it just might happen. I'll say it doesn't happen with livestock, but we found that the people that are generally raising up animals that have got chickens or pigs or bunnies, there's a level of decency. You know, you can kind of get a feel for them, and they're trying to, you know, they're trying to make, you know, a living by selling some of the animals they don't need. But when we put something on Craigslist, or when we've gone to people who've had something for sale, like the meat rabbits, they'll say these ones are a year old, these ones are 6 months old, they're not ready to be bred yet, these ones are this, and they'll kind of, you know, so, you know, if you go into a situation, you feel like, hey, this seems like a little, you know, I think they're trying to pull something, you know, you can kind of get a feel, but it seems like the people that are involved in selling chickens and pigs and bunnies and trying to help you with, you know, livestock and homesteading, they seem to try and have a good interest in mind. If that makes sense.
Do the meat rabbits, I mean, are these friendly as a regular pet bunny? I mean, will they let your kids handle them gently?
It depends how you handle them from a young age. We bought the ones that we bought. How old were the ones we bought?
Like 6 months?
The big ones?
Like 6 months
Yeah.
and 8 months or something?
And they were kind of big.
They were big.
And they're powerful.
I got pictures.
You think about how
of them,
fast
just
and how
kind
high
of-
they can jump, and they got claws. So they were a little too big for the boys to hold.
I think so. It depends on how you raise them. Like our chickens, we'll just let you come up to them and go like this and hold them. But there's other chickens that we bought that were from other families that just run away. So the rabbits, when we bred them and they had baby bunnies, we would, you know, take them in the bedroom and play with them and
Handle
stuff.
them when they're little.
And so yeah, it's just yeah.
How long could you go by age or weight of the rabbit before you end it?
Before you butcher it.
It was they spend about 2 months or a little less than 2 months nursing. So in the first few months, you up the feed for the mama because she's, you know, got to nurse all those babies, and for the first month and a half or around there, you'll see when all of a sudden they're eating the food more than they're nursing, and she's kind of pulling away from them. But there's about 6 to 8 weeks where they're feeding from her. At about that point, when you wean them off of her, you can say you've got 10, right? If you bred a mama and a daddy and she's going to have a litter, there's probably going to be 10 of them in there, and give or take. But when they're ready to get weaned off, you can put them together still, but in about another month, they're going to start to do a little bit of fighting between each other. That's just kind of natural for them. And so they do need to kind of have their own space. For these meat breeds, at about 5 months, they're more than ready because they're bigger than a cottontail, and they're probably 5 or 6 pounds by then.
How long did it take you when you ended to cook it?
From walking out to see it to What do you
Just
think,
curious,
babe?
I don't know.
Well, do you guys mind, like, graphically how to get from a fuzzy bunny to a meal? You YouTube it, Nathan goes, oh, look at this video. And it's just this guy, he had some sort of an accent, and he goes, oh, you just chop the leg off, you don't need that, and then, so you have this carcass, and then, okay, so once you get, all the, I don't know, are you guys okay with hearing about that? So anyway, meat rabbits also are really easy. The fur, it's just, it peels
Compared to,
right
like,
off.
Plucking a chicken, a rabbit, I mean, to answer your question, it's probably 10 minutes.
Really?
Once you've done it a couple times, to go from grabbing it to it's ready to go in the fridge and brine for a day.
And you have to put it in salt water in the fridge for like up to 3 days, because if you just butcher the rabbit that day and have it for dinner, it's going to be really tough. It needs to brine in salt water for like 3 days. And this could
Even a day.
Even a day,
or two,
yeah.
but just to sit in salt water in the
You do that
fridge.
with your chickens.
and you
It's
do
a
that
good idea to
with
do it.
chickens and roosters
old
too.
chicken.
If you anything you slaughter and then try and prepare right away is going to have, the rigor mortis won't. It'll be tougher meat. So you do want to let it sit in like a water with a little salt for at least 24 hours, and that'll take away gaminess if it's a little gamey of a meat. It'll also help make that meat be more tender when you cook it.
So you guys actually process your animals?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not your cows, but I mean, do you?
Yeah,
well,
we
we have, but no.
have butchered cows and pigs.
No, I mean yourself.
No, not ourselves.
Yeah. Is
Well,
that
the one bull.
We do
Yes,
the.
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
personally.
We do the chicken. Well, we had to do a rooster in Palm Desert because one day we woke up and it goes, "Arr, arr, arr."
Yeah.
And we're like,
Oh no.
oh boy,
Like it was
he's
bad
got to
enough they were
go
starting
today.
because we were not as fortunate. Our neighbors were not friendly about the chicken thing, and so when that first rooster, he's just been a little quieter. He'd have made it a little hunger, but he had to do what he had to do. So that was our first experience. But you know what? There's tons of information online that if you watch a video, if you watch a video of it, it seems like you can digest or you can, it's easier to comprehend what they're saying than if you try and go to like an EHOW 1, 2, 3 step thing. You can watch the video go through. But chickens, yeah, they're you've got to dunk them in hot water, and you got to spend some time plucking feathers, and you got to pin feathers. It can take 30, 45 minutes to go from grabbing the chicken to being inside, unless you've got some fancy equipment. They make little whiz bang chicken pluckers that have these. It's like a washing machine that's been converted with little rubber like things that you drop it in there, and it just tumbles. You can throw 3 chickens in there with a hose, it tumbles them all around, and in 3 minutes your chickens are all plucked. They're really neat things. They're a few $100 for some of those things. So rabbits are really fast though. You pull off the fur, it just comes off in one full swoop, and you dress them out, and it's less than 10 minutes, and it's ready to go in the fridge. Yeah.
What do you do with the fur after you?
Has anybody had any experience with doing anything with the pelts?
Yeah, you can tan them. It's really easy to get a tanning recipe offline. You can make sandals, slippers,
Earmuffs?
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to
Yeah.
do anything with it.
Once again, it's just something you look up.
We've got a
Like,
couple.
oh my.
Whatever you want to do, whether you're making purse or depending on what type of animal
We don't have any experience in taking the pelts. I've got a couple in the freezer because I want to. You can roll them up, get all the liquid out of them, and put them in a plastic bag and keep them in the freezer until you're ready to actually address it. So we've got a couple in the freezer because we want to do it sometime. I don't have anything we don't have anything to share because we've never taken a rabbit pelt to any
No,
next
I
stage.
just looked in the freezer one day. I go, "What's in this bag?" And it was like a rolled up fur. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I just gotta do
I
that
heard they're
first.
$20 a pelt. You can sell them for. That's what the lady.
You can sell them
Elsinore
too.
said.
Yeah.
You can just sell them.
So if you decide to go with rabbits, can you store them inside the house or do you leave them outside the house? Like if you're in a
Either way.
track home.
Either way, they're quiet. They're not going to make any noise. So if you want them outside, your neighbors aren't going to know. If you want to look for.
We have ours outside.
Ours are outside, but you can have them inside if if it's not a problem. But you just basically need a what's called a rabbit hutch, which is a cage. They don't need very much area, and then unlike chickens, chickens, I think it seems like they benefit from having some land to go run around and scratch. Rabbits, if you had a way of containing them and without getting them to burrow holes, I guess maybe you could give them some land. But you know, it's very common for chicken or for rabbits to just have a hutch that they live in. It's a few
Well,
feet
and
by a
the,
few feet.
Chicken waste too is more liquidy. It's very good for fertilizer, the chicken waste.
Mm-hmm.
But the rabbit waste is, aren't they like little
Cocoa
pellets
puffs.
or something?
They literally look like
And
Cocoa
so
Puffs.
that's kind of neat with
Times of
in a
3-year-olds trying
cage.
to-
You can deal with that better. You know, you throw it out
So you
better.
can have them in your backyard as long as you've got a cage with wire. You can go to like Home Depot. They sell like a small little grid. It's like little that. Wrap it up, and then you want their floor to be the same wire so that their waste goes down. They don't have to stand in it, and it can kind of go to a little. It can either go to the ground or you can have a little thing that slides underneath and catches it, so you can just take it out.